They see the gates open up, and then they drive through this long driveway with a row of trees on both sides. And then they drive through the archway, and then they see this magnificently huge, expansive castle, and they're just awe-inspired. And I can never put that into words, but everyone expresses it the same way. So where am I? You know? So my father started off as a developer. He built buildings on Long Island and in the city, office buildings, condos, mostly more contemporary type buildings. So in 1984, he purchased Oheka, and that was just basically a surprise to him. He was driven up the driveway here by a real estate agent when he was looking for a home, and he saw this magical place with no windows, no doors. It was really uninhabitable. And he fell in love, which is the cardinal sin of any developer, but he fell in love and said, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I have to have this place. So today, Oheka offers many, many opportunities for people to visit. We have, of course, the weddings and events. You can come here and stay in the hotel. We also have a restaurant now and a bar, which is fabulous because it feels like you're in Europe, and you can come for lunch or dinner or just come here for cocktails. So one of the main rooms in Oheka is the Grand Ballroom. And of course that's where he threw a lot of his lavish parties, where Enrico Caruso would sing and Charlie Chaplin would entertain and heads of state and people of society would have fun back in the 1920s. To me, I really think that we are living out Otto's legacy again, or the buildings, or the Oheka's legacy, where we're still throwing big lavish parties, except it's today. So we're creating new history, and the original ballroom as grand. So we have the ballroom, and we have the library. It also personifies a lot about what Otto wanted to achieve in this particular house. His other second home was in Morristown, New Jersey, and that house burnt down. So he built Oheka virtually fireproof. To really showcase that, he went so far as to not include wood in the library, but it's actually painted plaster. So it's a technique called faux bois, which was done in the 1920s, and it's been recreated today to resemble exactly how it looked back then. So Mansion Tour is a very popular program I started a few years ago because people were outside the gate. They wanted to get in. They wanted to learn about the history of the estate. They wanted to see the estate. And of course, we're a private home and a hotel, and we have private events here, so we couldn't just let people come in. So we started the Mansion Tour program, so people can come in and have a guided tour with a docent who tells them about the history and shows them around the gardens and the estate. And the estate. And then they can go out to the formal gardens, and those have been fully restored. There's actually 8 reflecting pools and 3 fountains. 2 of the statues have been reclaimed. They were here originally in 1919, and then they were gone, and then we found them again and brought them back home. So all of that rich history, it lives within the walls here, and the history hasn't stopped yet. So now we're creating new history, right? So we want Long Island to really know this is their castle. Mm-hmm. You know, Long Islanders to know it's their castle, and to feel, like I said, a part of it. But then, of course, to want to share that to the world, because